Hispanic.
All right, Hispanic, come on this side. I got a question for you. What would you be, a so-called Puerto Rican, Cuban, Mexican? So you'll be from the tribe of Issachar.
Bring it out.
You'll be from the mighty tribe of Issachar.
Right.
Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Never heard that before. So how old are you?
I'm 23.
You're 23. So out of 23 years, you just learning your true tribe, because yet everybody say we from a tribe, right? But yet they don't really teach us what tribe we're from, right?
Bring it out.
Do you think that's a problem?
I think it is. I think it is 100%. Knowledge is power.
Right.
So knowing where you came from is a very powerful thing, and you can be very proud of not only your heritage but where you come from.
Exactly. Because they like to say Chris Columbus discovered America, but who was already here?
Native Americans.
Right. Native Americans was already here. So what we learning is everything we've been taught is what? A lie. Correct.
I actually have one question. My mom's Mexican.
Yeah.
And my biological father is Colombian.
Colombia?
Yes.
Okay, so you're Israelite from the tribe of Colombia. Asher. You'll be from the tribe of Asher. So because it's all according to who your father is. Give me that real quick. Numbers 1:18. Numbers 1:18. Hey, let me get another one. Get another one of these. Y'all know it's one of them fasting days. But hey, my brother, so this is very important because we've been taught a lie for a long time, my brother. So coming out of these lies, we have to deprogram. Read it.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families.
So pedigree, it said they declared their pedigree. You know what a pedigree is? So pedigree is lineage. It's like lineage. Yeah, lineage.
Bloodline, basically.
Bloodline, correct. Read.
By the house of their fathers.
What?
Their fathers.
So when we ask you, you say your mama Issachar, but your father's Asher. So you would be from the tribe of Asher. That's just like, all right. So that's just like if you plant if you get an apple seed, right? Apple seed, right? And you plant it, and you get apple seed here in Tampa, St. Pete, and you go to China, and you plant that apple seed in the ground, right? What type of tree will it be?
Wouldn't it still be an apple tree?
Huh?
Wouldn't it still be an apple tree?
It'll still be apple tree, right?
Yeah.
So, because what the man hold of what?
The seed.
The seed. So now you get it. That's why he's about a
Dominant.
father, exactly. The father, the seed. So that's why you'll be from the tribe
That's
of.
also why the father dictates the gender.
Exactly.
That's good.
So now get Deuteronomy 28 because we are the Israelites. So with being the Israelites, do you know how we know we the Israelites? How you think we know we the Israelites? I'm gonna ask you.
I mean, it's already been said that there's 12 tribes, right? So
Right.
at some point, we all gotta understand we come from a tribe of at least one of these right here that you're explaining.
But how do you think we know that? You don't know, right? So we know it through prophecy. What happened in prophecy is, are you familiar with Moses?
Moses, I am. I went to Catholic school, so I heard about Moses.
Okay, so Moses, the Lord delivered the Israelites out of Egypt, right?
Yeah. And
And we went into the wilderness.
yeah.
This is what the Lord told us in the wilderness. The book of Deuteronomy. All right, got that? Get Deuteronomy 28:15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Is a curse a good thing or bad thing?
Bad thing.
Correct, bad. So before this, if we jump to verse 1, it was blessings. The Lord gave us blessings and curses. He said, hey, if y'all keep my commandments, I'm going to bless you above all people. But if you break my commandments, I'm going to curse you.
Right.
So remind you, we're in the wilderness. The Lord dealing with us face to face. The Lord ain't dealing with no other people face to face.
That's right.
But so this, get verse 46.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So remember, these is prophecies. So way back then, it haven't happened yet. It was prophecies to come. It said if we did break the commandments, these was gonna come. Curses was gonna come upon us, and they was gonna be upon us for what?
For a sign.
What does a sign do?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
So as swift as an eagle fly. Where's the eagle at? Right here. So read it again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
So what nation use an eagle? The United States. The United States use an eagle. Spain used the eagle. All the Edomite nations use eagles to identify who they is for a sign, right?
Yeah.
They use that same sign. Just how the curse is going to be upon us for a sign. The eagle is the other nation's sign.
Right.
Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
A nation whose tongue that didn't understand, because what does Hispanic speak?
Different dialects, but Spanish.
But how did they learn that language?
No.
You don't know how they learn that language? From Spaniards, conquistadors.
Spaniards. Okay, yeah.
They call it conqueror, because the Northern Kingdom was conquered by the Spaniards, Spanish. We over here, we was conquered by the English. That's why we speak English.
Yeah, that's also why the Aztecs. That's why Mexicans speak Spanish as well, because they were formerly Aztecs, but they were taken over.
Exactly, they was conquered.
Yes.
They was conquered.
I know most, if not all, Spanish countries come from Spain.
Right, exactly. And what nation is that? Europeans, right? The Europeans, white men, they use the same sign, eagles. All right, read.
Verse 50. Hey.
My language?
What was your original language before you learned Spanish?
I know a bit more. It's mainly English. Spanish is
Show them.
You say what now?
So I was born here, and
Yeah.
my mother never really taught me Spanish, so it's only English.
All
I
right, so it's
know a
only
little bit of
English.
Spanish.
All right, so this is pretty much the same thing. Most of our people was conquered by some of our people was conquered by the Spanish, some of them was English. At the end of the day, we don't speak our original tongue because before we came on this side of the earth, before the Northern Kingdom got on this side of the earth, you do know we was on this side of the earth before Christopher Columbus, right?
Yeah,
Right? You know that's biblical, right?
that is.
Did you know that?
I did not know
We'll
that.
show you that. But real quick, before we got on this side of the earth, do you know what language you were speaking?
Like way back.
Before our people were speaking Spanish, do you know what language we were speaking?
No, I don't.
Hebrew.
Right. Right.
We the Israelites, my brother.
Teach.
Now we don't speak our language. Why? Because we've been conquered. We've been conquered.
It's right there on
Finish
the
that.
sign, though.
Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
So from the end of the earth, meaning they came from way to Europe, they came way over here. We was already over here. We was already on this side of the earth. We gonna get that too. Finish it off.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Right, because we didn't understand Spanish at that time. We spoke Hebrew. We didn't speak Spanish. We learned that through our being conquered. Read.
This is book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40.
Now we finna get into history on how we was on this side of the earth way before Christopher Columbus so-called discovered America. And we're gonna get the biblical facts. How Christopher Columbus even know to come over here. Read.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners.
Right, so the 10 tribes will be Northern Kingdom. When you go on and do your studies, these 10 tribes is considered Northern Kingdom. With not these now would be considered Northern Kingdom. These 3 would be considered Southern Kingdom. You understand?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Right. Right, exactly. You'll be Northern Kingdom, which is the 10 tribes. Read.
Carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanassar the king of Assyria led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves.
Right, so they took counsel among themselves. Now, we was in Northern Kingdom was in captives by read it again.
But they took this counsel among themselves. Verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
Right, so the Assyrians had Northern Kingdom captives. They launched them freedom. They took counsel among themselves. They said, okay, we're not gonna go back to Israel, because Israel is our homeland. They said they took counsel. They said we're not gonna go back there. We gonna go. They took counsel. They said, you know what? We're gonna go somewhere else. Read.
Whom Salmanassar the king of Assyria led away captive, and carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
Right, because heathen surround us about over here. Over here, this side wasn't even discovered yet. No man was on this side of the earth yet. I know. It was on the what did they call this side of the world at that time and way back then? The New World. Yeah, the New World. Why? Because nobody was here. It was inhabited by nobody. Read.
And go forth a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Right, so Chris Columbus talking about he discovered America. No, but when Northern Kingdom got here, nobody went here. Northern Kingdom discovered America. Read.
That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Because all Northern Kingdom kings was wicked. If you read into the history, the Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom got divided. And Northern Kingdom didn't have no righteous kings. Read.
Verse 43. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then showed signs of them, and held still the flood.
So now it's going into the routes they took to get on this side of the river. Read.
Till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely 1.5 years.
So it took 1.5 years for them to get from this side of the world to this side of the world way back then. Read.
The same region is called Assyria.
Assyria would be America today, would be this side of the world, the New World. So this, Chris Columbus had these records. That's how he knew we was already over here. This how he understood that here was more land, because before that, they thought the earth was flat. They thought if you sail so long, you'll fall off the earth. They didn't even understand the earth was round until they understood that the Israelites was already on the side of the world.
That's right.
So this biblical facts that would be never taught to us in the school system. But guess what? When we wake up to who he is, then we understand our history. Right. The history that we was never taught. The history that a white man would never teach us. Because they never teach us Northern Kingdom discovered America. But yet they lie and tell us they discovered America. That's right. Which that's a lie, right? That's a lie. That's the most boldest lie, because even as a kid you can understand, hold up, if Indians was already here, how did they discover America?
That's right.
Anybody know that? Anybody with common sense can understand that's a lie.
If you want to this is way out of me graduating high school. I asked, do you really believe, like honestly believe that Columbus discovered America? She told me that from her studies in college and all that, from talking to professors and other colleagues and all that,
What the hell is going on with this shit, bro?
Columbus thought he found it, and and even though that there was people in there, he said he found it as if, hey guys, I found something.
All right. I know what you're talking about.
Even though I found it, so I'm gonna claim it still because since I found it, I feel like I deserve it.
I heard he thought he was in East India. That's why he called the Indians Indians, because he thought he was in East India.
So the baseline of the story of why Columbus went in the first place is from that time India had a spice trade, and I think where he was from, he needed to get there, and he said, I think we need to get a new route, and then he accidentally found America going the way he did instead of the usual way that the Europeans would do.
Right. So, but they don't actually teach that. They don't teach us that, and even if they tell us that, they still tell us, hey, yeah, but he still discovered America, which is a contradiction, correct?
Yeah.
So, but now we gonna get into. So now you know you who?
I am Asher.
You're from the mighty tribe of Asher. So now you're gonna know, as being from the tribe of Asher, what we need to do. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12.
Bring it out.
And now, Israel.
And now Israel, you know you're Israelite, right? Read.
What doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
To what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
Now we're gonna get a commandment, because do you know what today is? You know it's 7. Huh? 16. So what's today? What's the name of today?
Today is Saturday.
Saturday. You know what the biblical name for Saturday is? What we call it in the Bible?
It's resting day. I know it's
Resting day, right?
Yeah.
That's correct. The Sabbath.
There you go.
The Sabbath. So you coming back to knowing we are the Israelites. You from the tribe of Asher. This is what we are commanded to do, because the Israelites is God's chosen people.
That's right.
God chose us above all people. Give me that real quick. Deuteronomy 76, and then get the commandment.
So it's very wrong if people choose Sabbath on a Sunday.
It's incorrect to keep. You can't keep the Sabbath on a Sunday, because Sunday is the first day of the week. Go back to the law. Go back to the law. Because we're gonna get the sense. Because Sunday is what day of the week?
Again, I came from a background. My stepfamily is Italian.
Right.
And again, my mother's from my father's out of the question.
Yo, what Italian?
My stepfamily. So
Your
my
stepfamily?
stepfather and my stepfamily are Italian.
Okay.
And I've been raised with them along with my Mexican heritage.
All right.
And I have been sent to the Catholic school.
Okay.
Where they teach Sunday, Sabbath, and all the other Catholic stuff.
All right, we're gonna clear it up. We're gonna clear it up for you, because I want to get Sunday is what day of the week?
The first day of the week.
Correct. So Sunday is the first day of the week. So we're gonna read biblically what is the Sabbath day of the week. All right, read it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So we got 6 days to labor and do all thy work. 6 days, remember? Read.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
But the 7th day of the week is the what?
The Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
What is the 7th day of the week? Sunday is the 7th day of the week?
Seventh day of the week is Saturday.
That's
Correct.
right.
What's the first day of the week? What's the second day of the week? Saturday, correct. So, what did the scriptures just say? What day is the Sabbath day?
Saturday. Saturday is the Sabbath day.
Correct. So, the Catholic Church teaches incorrect. If they teaching the Sunday is the Sabbath day, it's incorrect.
That's
it's
right.
false.
Right.
Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughters, thy manservants, nor thy maidservants, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth.
Right, so that's why he said a day of rest. Why? Because we are commanded to do everything we got to do for them 6 days.
And he gave us a resting day.
But at 7 days, we got to rest. Now, in that rest, do you think that means stay home and not do anything?
Oh no, you should be
How do you focus on the Lord
Praying.
on the Sabbath day?
Praying,
That's correct.
looking into the Bible and doing all that.
Studying, okay,
doing all
okay.
that, going by His Word, doing what He wants you to do on the rest of the day, which is obviously not just lay back and not do anything.
Okay, that's good that you know those things. But there's some things you left out, my brother, and we're gonna sharpen your sword, okay? Because these things is very important. Because remember, it says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Do you know how to keep the Sabbath holy? How do you keep the Sabbath holy?
Every day when I wake up on my resting day, the first thing I do, because again, my children are part of my life, the first thing I do is I feed them,
Leviticus
feed
23.
myself, and then afterwards, I get the Bible out. And
You said you feed them and you feed yourself. Do you cook?
do I cook? Yes.
Okay. So let's get Leviticus, Exodus 16:23.
That part of working.
We gonna get it, my brother. It's all good. If you ain't know, you didn't know. We was never taught that. But now we coming into who you are and the things you must do. So when you learn these things, you can't go back, because now you know you ain't got no excuse no more. So cooking on the Sabbath. This is how you keep the Sabbath day holy. You can't cook on the Sabbath. Why? Because we gotta do in the 6 days we gotta do and do all our work. That's meant to be doing the day before. It's called preparation. We gotta get prepared so we can keep the Sabbath holy the day before. On the Sabbath, we can't. It ain't no cooking. Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 23.
Bring it out.
And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
Right. So there's preparing the day before, which is Friday, preparing for the Sabbath. And that means if you gotta cook that Friday and get it prepared for the Sabbath. It's just like, for example, Christmas. For Christmas, Thanksgiving, people cook the day before. So on that day, everything be ready, right? But guess what? The Sabbath is supposed to be like that. The Sabbath, we are commanded to get prepared for the Sabbath. That way on Sabbath, we can already be ready. It can already be ready. Read.
Bake that which ye will bake today, and see that ye will see.
Meaning, cook what you gonna cook, boil what you gonna boil the day before, and what's laid up, have it prepared for the Sabbath. Read.
And that which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning, as Moses bade. And it.
You see that?
Yeah.
This is how you keep the Sabbath holy.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example.